Hello everyone, we are live at Skive. So what's the first question? Let's see, what do we have? So today's topic is a little bit introduction to AI, but most likely we won't go to the basic of AI. I believe a lot of people know what artificial intelligence is, and to some extent also what it could do for us. So we'll try not to cover the very basics of AI. Plus, it's a little bit boring to just talk about what AI is. So our first question is there anything, do we need to be concerned about AI? And the short answer is yes. As with any technology or any new product or any new invention in that respect, we should be concerned. AI is, I believe, something that has already created a revolution on how things are done, how processes are done, how we engage in our daily life with our friends, family, and everyone. And so we should be concerned. And AI has been there for a long time. It has its ups and downs. For example, deep learning was not very well known in the past. And then we had theoretical knowledge about deep learning. And then more recently, in the last 5 to 10 years, it has become practical to use deep learning to do something like facial recognition, to partially get cars to drive in autonomous fashion, which is great. But at the same time, we need to think about the pragmatic issues that comes with it, and that's what the concerning thing is. A good example is, as I mentioned, facial recognition technology, where it can or cannot be used. Another aspect is what will happen if the AI machines that we are building, and when I say machines, it could be a software machines as well. It could be an AI engine that's much more pervasive. What if they try to be much more intelligent than us? Will just the core intelligence suffice, or do we need to do something more? For example, in our case as humans, we have common sense, we have intuition. These things, at least today, cannot be simulated or emulated in a robotic system or in a machine. So do we want to have a super intelligent artificial intelligence or super intelligent AI as a physical machine or as a software machine that does not have those? And my answer is we need to have both, ideally. And that's where there's a gap between what exists today in AI and what it should be in the near future or in the future. And that's what the concerning thing is. Let's see what's the next question here. The next question is about AI regulation, and that's a great segue into what I was talking about, that we technologists do need to play a big role in what are the boundaries under which these technologies work. Traditionally, that has not been the case. We had regulators, or we had the US Congress, where the technologists, especially for example here in the US, based out of Silicon Valley, have not played a major role. But it is essential that we do. And as we go along, and we have already seen that regulating AI is a very important piece, especially when we talk about AI systems that are intelligent and to some extent that are unsupervised or self-supervised, where they're learning on the go. And that's where it becomes very important to figure out where can these systems play. Can we use facial recognition based out of using deep learning in areas like defense or in policing? And that's where AI regulations are important. Who are the best people to help facilitate those AI regulation is us technologists, because we know the technology, we know the boundaries, we know what these technologies can or cannot do. Let's see, what's the next question here? Next question is about what industries you think will experience the greatest growth from these technologies enabled by AI. We are not talking about it a lot, but my belief is healthcare is an industry which will benefit the most and will be influenced the most by artificial intelligence. And we have seen with COVID-19 that from biotech to health tech to use of AI to help with COVID-19 patient, for example, AI has played a big role. And in the future, I see artificial intelligence playing even a bigger role in that. It could take the form of robot companions. It could take the form of solutions that live in the cloud or are accessible by the web. It could be in diagnosis. It could be in other applications that will revolve around our daily lives. And yes, there is the issue about how to regulate these technologies, especially when we talk about areas like healthcare. And that's what we all, as technologists, as regulators, as politicians, need to come together to make lives better for everyone with help of these technologies, and really try to figure out how and where some of these technologies could operate. Okay, so I believe these are the questions for today. We are right on time, and I hope to talk to everyone next time. Thank you.